Okay, our dear first years, my dear brothers and sisters, good morning once again. It's been a few weeks since we met like this and shared. Last time we met, there was a lot of anxiety and confusion because lockdown was not yet lifted, and we were wondering whether we were going to come back to the university or what's going to happen. We had an amazing meeting with most of you who attended. Some of you watched the videos later on. Here we are again a few weeks later. A lot of developments have taken place in the last few weeks. As you've been noticing, your WhatsApp groups have become much more relevant with time, and that is the reason why we created them. We created them so that you can find a social platform for you to interact, feel at home, enjoy the company of your friends from around the country, because right now we are all joining this call from different parts of the country, some from Mombasa, some from Bungoma, some from Central, Nairobi, others right here in Kisii, others as far as Western Province, even as far as Turkana and the other side of Kenya. But we are able to interact here and share ideas and, just connect as we chant our way forward towards us becoming fully university students in the next few weeks. Welcome again this morning to this call, and thank you for joining. My name is Edgar Marumbu. Those who don't know me, although I doubt if there's anybody who doesn't know that name yet, because we've been interacting quite a lot in the last few months. Today, one of the main reasons for this call was to provide some sort of oversight and a flash forward into the next 2 weeks on how you're going to work. A couple of days ago, we were able to, connect with you on WhatsApp and share that you're supposed to be getting ready for you to join us, not physically, but virtually. And some of you have been really making good steps towards making that happen. But we are going to take that step a little bit higher by giving some guidance today to assist you be able to go that. First things first, housekeeping a little bit. We are all members of a certain WhatsApp group. May I take this opportunity to ask you, there are some of you who have joined as far as 5 or 6 WhatsApp groups. It is not necessary. You can only join one. The information we send to one is the same information we join to the other WhatsApp group as well. But what you notice is if you join 6 or 7, you deny your other friends the opportunity to also join. Because when the WhatsApp group is full and you are in 6 of them, and there's one other person who is missing a group, then you are giving them a disservice because they cannot be able to access it because of you. So just join one that is of your school, and that is enough. You'll be able to get information from us. As you've noticed, we post information on all those WhatsApp groups for all of you to be able to notice. So there's nothing you'll miss. And as you also know, some of you, most of you have been complementing your information that you get in WhatsApp with email, which is my second point. Let me take this chance to congratulate most of you who have really taken up your email and made it your own. Some of you have linked it to your phone. You've been able to connect with other apps using that university email. It's a Google email, by the way. That means it has a lot of capabilities, and we can administer it for you here in the university without a lot of problems. So since you got access to the emails, most of you have been using it to actually email us concerns, problems, whenever they have an issue. And they have also been receiving updates from there because it is the one most efficient place you can get updates from. In WhatsApp group, we post updates, but as you notice, because of the spamming of so many messages that are coming from your social chats, sometimes some of you might miss a message, but you can never miss a message in your email. If you check from as far as June 1st, when we first sent the first email to that email, you'll be able to see the history of all your emails, and you can read and see what is missed. Even if you open your email months from now, your information will still be there. So may I take this opportunity to ask most of us who have not yet been able to start using those emails to be able to do that, because it will assist you in a lot of things. And especially now that we are operating digitally in most of what we are doing at the moment, it is only fair that an email and an asset as good as an email be able to assist you, conduct your business as well. Number 3, let's go right into what we are supposed to be talking about today. Your admission documents. Some of you have been asking a lot about your admission documents, where they are, etc. Let me say this. Each and every document that you need was sent to your university email. And just to be clear, for those who don't know, your university email is that email that ends with @kisii.university.ac.ke. Depending on which school you're in or your registration number or your admission number, you will see something like ps351520@kisii.university.ac.ke or IN203040 or whatever @kisii.university.ac.ke or something like HE2015/20 @kisii.university. That is your university email. And the password to that email is your index number /2019. Unless it was changed at your request, then it means you know your password. But if you've not yet logged in, your default password is your index number /2019. So go ahead. As we finish this meeting, take a moment and go log into that email and see what is there. All the admission documents that you require. Some of you are texting or calling or emailing asking about documents like, I cannot see form KSU 7, I cannot see form KSU 4, or I cannot see where the chief is supposed to sign or the DO. All those documents are in your email. There is an email we sent back in June that is titled admission document. If you open that email, it has 2 attachments. The first attachment is on a new student registration form that is supposed to be from the Dean of Students office. The second attachment is admission documents from the office of the academic registrar that will assist you be able to, report virtually. So please get them. By now, if you're in this call, I want to assume you have your admission documents and or you have your admission letter, and you have even taken the extra mile of starting to fill your admission document, meaning you have filled your names, contacts, etc., what is required, what your parents need to fill in, what your parents need to fill in. You filled in all those documents. Now, if you've been able to fill all those documents already, it means you have taken a step forward towards movement of your admission process. Now, may I take this opportunity to say this? The next few weeks, I think we all know this by now, in the next few weeks, we are going to be admitted virtually in the university. And there is a lot of questions about how that is going to happen. Yes, don't worry, we will give this guidance next week. But for now, the instructions that we have given to assist you is fill your documents, go to your chief, go to your DO, go to whoever is supposed to sign, those administrators down there that require, go to your to the government hospital and get checked in by a doctor so that he can sign your medical certificate. Let all those documents be filled and signed. Get your results slip, get your CSE living certificate. Make sure your national ID is ready. If you're not yet 18, make sure your birth certificate is somewhere ready. All those documents are going to be needed when you are going to start registering for your reporting virtually. So in the course of next week, we shall give a detailed process on how you are going to, the next few weeks, we shall give a detailed announcement of how you're going to join online and how you're going to guide you. And we shall again have a Zoom call like this for those who will have challenges, be able to understand how to, log in online from whatever it is and, register and upload your documents. Because what you're going to be doing is those documents that you have filled, that you have signed, you're going to upload them into the system. And an officer in this side is going to check them and they are going to approve them. And once they approve them, they will create a school account for you, an account that you're going to use to start your learning. We all know that after reporting virtually, we are going to do orientation, which will guide you through the process of the university, much more intensive than what we have done in the past 2 months. Once that is completed, we are also going to immediately start virtual learning. And virtual learning, you have to understand how the learning management system of the university that your current colleagues are going through. They have done the May, August semester online. They are looking into doing the exams in the next few weeks, which is being organized. There are those who did part of January, April semester online as well. Most of them did it physically here. Now they are also looking towards between now and December, they're also going to continue with virtual studies for those groups that are going to be online with you as well. So the same thing that has been happening to them is about to start happening with you. That means from wherever you are, you're going to start learning in the next 3 or 4 weeks at the maximum. So what do we need to do? I've already told you the documents where they are. I've already told you what attachable certificates you need to be able to get. Now, let me talk about the third principle of you getting admitted. It is fees clearance. Now, a number of you have asked a question around fees and asked, what if I cannot be able to manage to pay fees in full? And what I've answered that is, you can look at your fee structure. Calculate, no, don't even calculate, it's actually outlined there. What is slotted for your first semester? That is what you require to pay in full for you to be admitted. Second semester fees, you can pay it in January when you start the second semester. But for now, the particular semester that we are on, you need to clear your first semester fees. And you will not be allowed to be admitted into the system if you have not cleared that first semester fees. Let me encourage this. If you can be able to clear your first semester and your second semester fees, please go ahead and do that. Don't hold back, so that your transition into your second semester does not have problems. Because as you'll realize when you start paying your fees and sending your receipts for authentication here and there, is that it is also quite of a process. So in my opinion, it is good to finish this process once, and then you are done for the whole year. You can worry about fees in the next academic year. But if you are a little bit challenged, you can focus on your first semester, clear your first semester fees, be ready with your payment receipt, and be ready to be able to submit. This is how you pay your fees. And I have elaborated this in WhatsApp a number of times, but I'm going to repeat it virtually. You have your money that you're going to the bank with. There are bank numbers in your admission letter. There is a bank number, account number for PCB, a bank account number for National Bank, the bank account number for Cooperative Bank. I personally recommend National Bank because it is easier. But some people find it easier to go to KCB or Cooperative Bank. It doesn't matter. As long as it is the university account, it is okay. Go to the bank teller, hand in your fees as indicated in your fee structure. Ask the cashier to pay that fees to that account in Kisii, and ensure they write your name and your registration number on your receipt. As they print that receipt before you leave the bank, and this is very important, as they print the payment receipt for you before you leave the bank, please look at that receipt and confirm that that receipt has your name, it has your registration number or admission number indicated clearly. So look at that admission number, and look at the admission number on your admission letter, or your registration number on your admission letter. Confirm and double check that it is exactly what is written there, because when that fees is going to be reflected in the system, that is the number that is going to direct your account. There are thousands of students who are paying fees right now. For them to trace your account, the money that you paid, they use that registration number. This is very important. Please, before you step out of that bank, ensure that the cashier has indicated in your receipt your full names and your registration number or admission number as written in your admission letter. Once you have that receipt, please keep it safely, together with the attached document that you're going to be used to be able to register for your semester, and you will be ready. You now, if you are at that point, you have been able to look at your documents, you have gotten your necessary stamps, you have gotten your attachable certificates, you have paid your fees, you have your receipt. Now, when you are at that point, all you need to do is sit and wait for us to communicate on how and which system we are going to use to validate you into the system and for you to begin study. That is the first part. The second part is about reporting and orientation. Now, we know reporting will start on 31st August. By the way, if you have questions, you can post them in the chat. I will take a look at them in the next few minutes once I finish this communication, and then I will try as much as possible to respond. And if you have a verbal question that you really want to ask, I will unmute you. You can raise your hand in Zoom. I will unmute you, and then I will give you an opportunity to ask questions. But I'll look at what questions you have in chat first. Number two, reporting and orientation. Like I said, in the course of next week, we will give you a detailed guideline on how to report, how to register, how to upload your documents, and how to obtain your own learning management system account. We have student accounts in e-learning. Some of you have been looking at the messages we've been communicating around, and you are aware that right now we have 20,000 learning management system accounts that our students are using. That 20,000 is you, as the other 14,000 students we currently have on session right now. The others who are not on session, who will come on as we're talking about in January or something. But for now, we have about over 20,000 accounts for students in the learning management system. Those are the accounts that are going to be used to be able to assist you learn. That is where you meet your lecturers. That is where you will meet your tutors. That is where you will meet your CODs. That is where you will meet your dean. The director of e-learning will be talking to you during orientation, guide you on how you will be able to get access to your account and how you'll be able to start studying. So that is coming. But as we all know, virtual registration and reporting will start on 31st August. Let me be clear about this. There is no reporting to Kisii. So please, don't leave your home and come to report to Kisii on 31st. Because we will not let you come here. We will ask you to go back home and report online. We are only reporting online. Physical reporting to Kisii is not allowed, simply because of the COVID-19 prevention measures. We are not allowing physical students to be able to come here, but hopefully if the government opens this up in January, we will be able to come back. If we still, January we will not be able to open, we will be able to push that opening again up to May, but we will continue with our studies nevertheless. We are an institution of higher learning, we are a university, and we can be able to manage across the board. And we are bringing you into the life that we normally live. From high school, transition into the university. Here at the university, life is a little bit different. You will be able to interact with different-minded people, different-minded professors, people who have been all over around the world doing their PhDs and their masters. They have a wealth of experience, their thinking is different, and they expect that if you passed high school to come to university, it means you're brilliant enough to be able to, enjoy your life here and be able to be here without a problem. So these are the people you're going to meet in the next few months, and they'll be able to assist you do anything and everything that you require. Each and every support that you'll require in the next few months to be able to assist you transition well from wherever you are into an online learning environment that we call Kisii University, will be able to get that opportunity. Don't worry about that. There is a lot of questions around interfaculty transfer. Many of you have been asking questions that if we are reporting online, and I have my course that I am being called, I've been called to do right now, and I don't want to do that course, what will happen? How do I transfer online? Do I need to come to Kisii University? Let me answer that question categorically right now. No, you do not need to come to Kisii University. The same way we are going to admit you online is the same way we will give you the opportunity to transfer your course online. Some of you were not even called to Kisii University. You were called to another university, and you transferred from that university to Kisii University virtually. You didn't need to come to Kisii. You didn't need to go to your university. You simply applied for a transfer in the portal, and you were transferred to Kisii University. The same way that you did that, we will give you a process for you to transfer into another course within here. But we have conditions. There are two conditions for you to transfer. It is not for everybody. The condition number one that I want you to hear about is, one, you are required to have fulfilled the cut mark points of that course you're going to. For example, if you've been called to do BCom and you want to go and do law, and your cutoff points do not reach those ones of law, then of course automatically you will be denied an opportunity to go to study law and you will study BCom. But if your points are able to reach those ones of law, you will be given that opportunity if the second condition is fulfilled. And the second condition is, we have enough people in law. All our courses have limits. You cannot have one course with 500 students. It will not be tenable to teach. So with all those courses with limits, it depends with how many students are in which course. So if we have openings in the other course, then you will be allowed to transfer into that. But if that course is full, then you cannot be allowed to transfer into that, even if you qualify. Let me give you an example. A medicine course. The School of Medicine, bachelors of medicine and surgery is full right now. So even if you come to the university and you want to transfer to medicine and you qualify, of course you will not be allowed because it is full. Bachelor of Nursing, that's another example. It is full. Even if you come to the university and you want to transfer from whatever course you have been called to do, nursing, and you qualify for it, you cannot be able to do that because it is full. But the other courses which are still open, and a lot of them are open. Actually, as far as I'm concerned right now, I think the only courses that are full at the moment is Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Nursing, and I think Clinical Medicine. The rest of the courses, I think they are still not full. So that means almost all of you, if your target is not those 3 courses, you have an opportunity to transfer. And we shall give you that opportunity. Immediately once you finish your registration and your admission, we will immediately give you an opportunity to transfer into the course that you require. But you cannot transfer into the course before you become a fully fledged student. That is why you need to register in the system first, so that your details are able to be registered in the system, and then you can transfer from one course to another. Let me encourage you, the moment that opportunity is given, try as much as possible to transfer as quickly as possible before the other part is full, because the transfers are taken on a first come, first served basis. So try as much as possible to do it as quickly as possible. The moment we communicate about that, but that opportunity will come. So don't worry. Just hold on to your course right now. Make sure everything is all right, and be ready to be able to transfer into your new course when we give the opportunity after orientation. Actually, this guidance, we will give it during orientation. So for now, you can just relax, finish your registration. Once you finish your registration, you can continue. Yeah. Then we can be able to continue. So that is the third thing. Fourth thing, deferment. Some of us have been asking questions about deferment. So let me give some guidance around it. In your admission documents, we have a category that is called deferment. So I've been in contact with some students who have severe challenges where they are not in a position. I won't be able to divulge the condition, but from what I've been able to assess from their communication with me, we've talked on the phone, we've communicated on text, they are literally not in a position to be able to join us this September. And some of them will not even be able to join us in January hopefully, if things will turn out well, they will be able to. So they were asking about the deferment. Now, what happens into deferment? In your admission forms, there's a part of deferment that is written. There is where you accept the offer, there is where you reject the offer, then there is where you defer your offer to a later academic year. Now, what you do is, if you are not ready to join us this September, you will fill in the deferment part. Fill the deferment period, which is between now and next year, September. Then, after the admission of those who are being admitted into the system, we will give you an opportunity and a window for your deferment documents to be sent. You will submit your documents, they will be anchored into the system, they will be serialized, and your position, your offer into Kisii University will not be removed. We will be able to hold your offer until the deferment period is completed, and you'll be able to join us in September next year with the next courses, government-sponsored students who are coming in. Now, unfortunately, with the circumstances that we are in, and this is just advice I want to give after that, with the circumstances that we are having right now, this year, we all know that we are not going to have Form 4 students. Our Form 4 students who were supposed to do exams this year and join next year will probably be able to do exams next year. And if everything is done as quickly as it's supposed to be done and efficiently and effectively, they will be able to join us in the course of next year towards the end. So that is the group that you will come in with. The reason as to why, and many people have been asking this question, the reason as to why you cannot defer and join us in January is because we will not have a government-sponsored entry in January. We will also not have a government-sponsored entry in May. The next government-sponsored entry that you can enter with, the way you've entered into this one, will be when those Form 4s are coming into the university. We cannot admit, for example, if out of 5,000 of you, let's say maybe 300 of you defer. The 300 who have deferred are across, let's say, the 200 courses that the university currently offers. Now, that means if you split it down, you will find that about 2 or 3 people, of course, have deferred. Now, you cannot come to join in January, 3 people, and you are given a class to be able to be taught by 6 lecturers. Like, it is not a quorum. This is what I'm trying to break down. For you to be able to attain and join a class and start studying, there is a minimum quorum that you need to be able to reach. And that quorum is currently reached with what we have at the moment. But when you come to join us in January, there will be no that quorum. When you come to join us in May, there will be no that quorum. The next quorum like that will be available when the next government-sponsored students are available to come. And that means we have to wait for the Form 4s who are currently in Form 4 to do their exams for you to come and join us with them. But don't worry, if you defer, we will hold your position. We will not take it away until your deferment period ends, and then you can be able to join us at that time. I think that is it for communication part. I'm going to take a moment and look into your messages that you have sent so that I can be able to see the number of questions that you have, and if I've answered some of them, and if I've not, I will answer the ones I've not. So just hold on a little bit, and then I will look through the questions and answer. I'm trying to look through. If you still have a question that I've not addressed, you can go ahead and ask it in the chat, and I'll be able to look at it. So, okay, I see one question. Simon, for those of us like me who are unable to obtain living certificates, what are we going to do? Now, let me explain this. In an ordinary setup, actually, you are not supposed to join the university with a living certificate and a transcript, and a result slip. You're supposed to join the university with a KCSE certificate. Because before you are admitted into the course, the university needs to verify that you have qualified for that course. Universities are highly placed organizations. They are institutions of repute. So we take due care to admit our students, and we can never admit students into a course that they are not qualified to do. That is why the academic records from your high school are necessary. It is required for you to have your KCSE certificate. But because we understand that between the time you finish your KCSE and the time you're joining the university, which is now apparently about 8 or 9 months, you might not be able to get your KCSE certificate. We have to be lenient. And that is why we give the opportunity for you to join with the transcript, with the KCSE results slip, which you can be able to access, and your living certificate that you can be able to use to authenticate your academic records. You might not know this, but many students out there try to forge academic documents to be able to join into degree programs that they do not qualify for. And that is a egregious offense in the university, even actually punishable by law. That is why the university goes to a lot of lengths to ensure that all students who are joining, we can be able to account, verify, and indicate that these academic records are actually true. The KCSE result slip indicates is yours, number one, indicates the right marks, and can be verified with NEC that that is the right mark for you. The school where you are in, which will be indicated in the living school certificate, can be able to authenticate that you were there. If you want to verify, you can get in touch with them. So for you to be able to join us without the certificate is almost impossible. You will not be allowed. That is why it is prudent for you. Many of you have been communicating to me in messages, trying to ask this same question. Asking, what if I don't have a living certificate? My brother, you will not be allowed to be admitted during that time. You have to get your living certificate. You have to get your KCSE results slip from your former school. And principals and deputy principals of schools know this, because we are not the only university that is allowing students to come in virtually right now. Egerton University is doing it. Jomo Kenyatta University is doing it. Nairobi University is doing it. Maseno University is doing it. Literally every reputable university in the country is admitting students. Actually, Egerton University, I think the first years already joined virtually 2 weeks ago. They're already in the system. So the principals of these high schools, they understand and they know these are documents that are needed. So what I would like to encourage you right now is kindly communicate to them. Ask them and explain to them that these documents are required for your next level, which is your university level, because you will not be admitted minus those documents. What we can do on our part is we will try to send out a communication to the ministry to encourage high schools to be able to give those documents to us. But it is not, it is more of a request for us to be assisted to get to your document. but we cannot be able to get those documents for you. It will still be up to you. Go to your school, get your documents, and be ready with them when the system is being rolled out next week. Let me look for another question. School fees, I think I've clarified. I want to change my course, I have clarified. Why do you need living certificate? You're studying virtually. We need the living certificate to verify your authenticity. So, and if you're studying virtually, we need to verify your authenticity before we allow you to become our student. If we cannot verify your authenticity, we cannot allow you to become our student. How are you going to submit the required documents and the attachments? You will upload them into the system. We will show you how next week. I have heard that there are no DC or DO. How will the DC sign? We have provincial administrators, we have assistant administrators within the administrative system. If you go to the county commissioner's office, you will get all these people who can be able to assist you. So after filling the admission documents, should one scan them into a PDF documents? Yes, you can go ahead and do that so that you are ready with a soft copy and ready to upload them into the system when the time comes. It is very proactive thinking. Congratulations. And what about if I want to change my course? I have answered that. We will change the courses immediately after you finish your registration and admission and orientation. We have no national bank in our village. Yes, you can pay fees in KCB and Cooperative Bank, as long as you ensure that your receipt has 1, your name, and 2, your admission number. My account bank is Equity. Just go to Equity and still pay the money to our account. It will take longer, but what I would encourage is please withdraw the money from the Equity Bank and go to National Bank or go to KCB Bank. Go to KCB Bank, go to National Bank, and or Cooperative Bank to be able to pay your money. What of those with power challenges? We will be able to assist you on that. Yeah, okay. What of those with power challenges? We might not be able to assist you with that. This is something you might need to do on your own. We cannot be in everywhere at the same time. We coordinate all this from here. We try as much as possible to ensure that you have everything that you require, but we cannot be in your village or in your hometown to be able to assist you get what you need. So just for that one, I'm sorry, we cannot be able to come in and assist you be able to get that. Next question. I sometimes see the messages my colleagues sent on email. Why do this happen? It's because they reply to the group email so everybody can see it. If you don't want it to reply to the group email, you can choose the person you want to reply to. Others, we were depending on help loans for what next now. Help loan, let me explain this. Remember, help will be finished. The application process will be finished in December. They can only process your money after they have closed the application period. So if the application period is closing in December, that means they will start processing the applications for those people who have been applying in December. That means probably the money from help will be able to benefit you starting next year. So I would recommend for you not to depend on help at the moment, to try and see what you can be able to do at the moment. And at that time, when it comes, it can offset your fees when that time comes. What about if you miss 31st voting, or I guess that is virtual due to unavoidable circumstance? How will I get help? I'm in Mombasa. I've said if you miss, okay, actually, yes, I didn't mention this. Reporting and registration is not a day. It is a whole week. It will start on 31st August, but it continues the whole week. So that whole week, everything we'll be doing, it will be reporting and registration. So if you miss 31st, you have 1st, you have 2nd, you have 3rd, you have 4th, you have 5th, you have 6th to register and report. If you miss all that, then and you don't see yourself reporting this semester, then you have to defer for you to continue having your position. Otherwise, you will lose your vacancy. Will there be January intake if we miss for this year? No, I have already said that. The next intake will be when government-sponsored are coming. The intake that will be in January will be for SSP, and usually they are very few, and they do not account for your number. How can we undergo medical checkup and the doctors are not in work, mostly in our areas? Doctors are in work. Any government doctor, clinical officer can be able to look at you in any public hospital, and they will check you up and be able to sign for you. Students who did the school transfer, they have no school emails or any WhatsApp group. How can you help them? Yes, if you did inter-university transfer and you do not have a school email, please inbox me on my email. I will text the email into this group chat so that you can be able to see at the end of this conversation. Please inbox me and I'll be able to hook you up with an email ASAP. And same with our WhatsApp group. I will be able to hook you up with one. What if I'm not able to clear all the fee? Will clear it on September? Will I be allowed to join? If the registration period will not be completed by then you will be allowed. But if the registration period will have been elapsed by the time you pay the fees, then your friends have started studying, then you cannot join the semester midway. You will have to move into the next semester, which is the next intake. That means you will have to defer. If you do inter-course transfer, but you are denied a chance, will you be given another chance to choose another course? I would say this: as you're doing inter-course transfer, please be very careful. Look at your marks, look at your points, so that there is no chance of you missing out. Most students start running up and down with inter-course transfers and they end up remaining in the same place. We even had students who were trying to transfer from Kisii University. Then once the transfer is in process, they start calling back and say, I think I was misadvised. I want to come back to Kisii University. How can I be assisted? And the transfer out of Kisii is already in place. It's very difficult to start redoing the process. So please, the reason why we put inter-course transfer at the end of the process is by that time you have been advised, you have been guided, you have been given everything that you require to make a firm decision. So that if you make that decision, you can easily be able to get to the course that you want. And our career department will be able to assist you with that. So don't you worry. They will guide you as much as possible. How long will orientation take? And if you can't attend, what will happen? Orientation will take about 4 or 5 days to orient all of you. And yes, you have to attend, because if you don't attend, you will start this semester very badly and you will make a lot of mistakes. We do not want you to do that. We want you to make sure you start on the right foot with others. So please make a point of attending orientation just as much as you attend your virtual classes that will follow suit. Will the registration be only August? I've answered that. Kindly repeat on how I can access the admission document. But they are in your university email. Log in your university email, you'll be able to see your admission documents. Can we be provided with bundles to access virtual learning, since some of us are not in a position to afford? That is a conversation for another day. I cannot answer that right now, but we will see what will happen in the near future as you guys report and come into the system. Are we supposed to scan the documents and how to send them? We will guide about that. Do we need to pay the attachment fee as reported? As long as it is indicated under the first semester's fees, yes, you have to pay that. Will the registration extend up to 30th September? No, the registration is not one. By 30th September, everybody will already be in class studying. So it will not be registration anymore. It will be studying serious work in class. Is it a must that you clear fees before admission? Yes, you have to finish your semester's fee before you are admitted. It's a condition. But you cannot access living certificate. I've mentioned that already. My former secondary school, I've talked about that. Hello, I'm in School of Business and I'm not understanding how much fee you're going to pay in semester 1. Kindly assist. Look at your cluster document. Look at the breakdown of the first semester. You'll be able to see the total at the end. That should be able to guide you. Paulo Gola is asking, explain a bit about accommodation and acquiring hostel and how much do you charge? Well, that is kind of irrelevant right now because you're not going to come to Kisii right now. You might come to Kisii in January or in May. But just to tell you is the process of hostel booking, we had already started that process. We were about to tell you guys to start booking, but of course the universities were not open, so we put a hold on to that. When it comes to that time when you are coming to Kisii, we'll be able to restart the process and we shall guide you in that. For now, let's focus on reporting, registration, and studying from wherever you are. Susan, communicate with your school administration, or somebody's answering. Okay, thank you for answering on my behalf. What if you don't have, I've already said that, why do we need to pay? You have to pay fees to be able to study. I mean, that is clear because you are getting a service. You can't get a service without without being able to pay for it? What if someone is not able to? I've already answered that. There are so many questions around fees. I think I've answered about that clearly as I can. I can give a retake again at the end. How can I change my course? We will guide on the process after you finish. You have to finish registration in the system for you to be eligible to change your course. You can't change your course when you are not yet a student of Kisii University. Remember, you have been admitted to Kisii University, but you've not been registered into Kisii University. So we have to register you into Kisii University, and we can be able to assist you get there. The cost transfer is done online. We will guide that. There are many questions around cost transfer as well, and I've gotten a lot of questions around that as well, but I've guided that. How many hours will you be studying online classes in a day? It depends with the courses that you have. Some people will have 6 units per semester, others will have 8 units per semester, others will have 12 units per semester. So depending on how many units you have, it depends on the courses. So if you have 6 units, my experience is that you might be studying 3 or 4 hours a day. If you have 12 units on the higher side, my experience is you'll be studying maybe 5 or 6 hours in a day. Maybe not all day. Some lecturers like to consolidate. It will be your own arrangement with the lecturer and according to the timetable that will be shared as well. I have a challenge to log into the university email, but it writes wrong password. You can email me on my email, which I will drop on the chat as I finish. Online teaching is, after changing our course, shall we be given a new email? Yes, at that time, we'll be able to set your things right again because you will change your registration number. We will accord you something different. Can you please clarify about medical certificate? Is it that should be filled in the admission letter or a separate document? Yes, it is what is in the, there is a part in the admission letter that is written medical certificate. That part, when you're checked out by the doctor and he signs that part and stamps it, that is your medical certificate. Can you state the exact date that orientation will take place? A week after registration. So if registration starts at first and it goes for a week, then the following week is orientation. I inboxed you, I never got a response. What I was inquiring about the verification email that I have not received. I don't know about the verification email you're talking about. You can inbox me again after this on my email. I will try and respond as much as possible, as quickly as possible. When will we finish the first semester and will we have exam? Of course, the semester ends with exams. You will finish the first semester in December, probably the first week of December, if I am to calculate in my head. How long, or the second week of December? Usually it's around there. How long is, wait, I've skipped one. How long will the registration take place? I beg for enough time to be 2 to 3 weeks. We cannot do it for 3 weeks because of course you have to start studying as well. And we have processes like intercourse transfer. We have so many processes, so we cannot register for 3 weeks and we need to start learning. Maybe 1 towards 2 weeks at the maximum, but not beyond 2 weeks. What about practicals? As you will notice, your courses in your first semester of study are not practical, so you will not need much practical. But for those who will need practicals towards the second semester, we will be able to organize for that when you come back to school. So you will learn theoretically, then you will do your practicals when we join here. How will supervision of exams be done to avoid cheating? Don't worry about that. That is our job to worry. We will be able to do that, just like we are doing with the other with the other continuing students. Does it mean online registration units will be treated as physical? I thought virtual learning units are done less per regulations. It is very much per regulations, and all the virtual learning you'll receive is exactly the same learning experience you will receive if you are in a physical lecturer in Kisii University. In that room, you'll be able to get this experience in the next 1 month, and you'll be able to see about it, and we'll get your feedback on it as well. And the registration number remain the same after changing course? No, I have answered that. Hello, there is I was invited microbiology, and since the degree in clinical medicine class is full, can I transfer for a diploma in clinical medicine? We can talk about that later. I think that is possible, Boniface. We can talk about later. Thank you, Alex is appreciating what we are doing here. Let's continue. Alex also has a message for you. Alex is our public health officer. He's saying that the medical team is at your disposal to ensure the institution is safe, and we also ask you when you come in to comply. I can see all of you are not wearing masks. It's because probably you are at home. I'm also in my office alone, so I don't need to wear a mask. But the moment I step outside, I have to wear one. So when you come back, when you finally come to Kisii and the pandemic is still on, we'll have to keep safe. And the public health office in the university will be able to assist you to be able to keep safe. Someone is asking about resetting the system. Let me answer that. There is a system message that keeps coming to you about resetting your password. Ignore it, please. This is a system reminder that keeps reminding people to change their password for safety reasons. You can change your password if you want. If you think your password is still safe, you can ignore the message. You don't need to change your password. What about those who don't have smartphone? I will request and indulge you to try as much as possible to get a smart device, be able to attend this semester. But if it is financially impossible for you to get one, then I will request you defer this semester and be able to join the students who are going to come in the next semester. But if it is a possibility, please try as much as possible for you to get a smart device so that you can join us in class. I think the questions here are over. I'm going to post my email that you can send other concerns in, and we will be able to answer them. Or okay, I just sent the 2 emails you can send your concerns to. If you have any other concern other than what we've talked about, in the inbox, you can copy them and then you'll be able to connect later. Now, I'm going to turn to the chat, to the list so that I see if there is anybody who has raised their hand so that I give them an opportunity to ask their question. So I will start with, I see Levisa Ouma. So Levisa Ouma, I am asking you to unmute and ask your question. Go ahead. We don't have a lot of time. Almost we are almost done with an hour, and let's make this quick. Levisa, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I was asking about, are you getting?
Yes, I'm getting you, Levisa.
I was asking about how will we now people do the same will we do the same units?
Levisa, I didn't get you quite clearly. You broke up somewhere. Can you come up again?
Yeah, I was asking about in the first semester, will the lecturers be the same? Like, are we going to do the same units?
In your class or for every student, every first year?
Your first year.
No, it is different. Of course, there are 200 courses in the university. Others are in PhD, others are in master's, others are in degree, others are in diploma, others are in certificate. You will have different lecturers. The university has over 500 lecturers who are teaching you, who will be teaching you. So it will be different. Probably even there will be a lecturer who will teach you in first year, but you will not see him teach you again until you leave the university. They change depending on the specialty of your courses. Okay, let's go to John Gatere. John Gatere, you can, then after John Gatere, we have somebody known as Abzi. I don't know who you are. It's Eugene Full, but you will be next. So John Gatere, you can unmute yourself and speak. John? Do we have John? Okay. If we don't have John, let's go to Abzi.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, Abzi.
Thank you for the guidance and the information you have provided.
You're welcome.
Actually, I'm asking on behalf of a brother of mine.
Yes.
When you look at the fee structures, the copies that were provided, there's another one just labeled Kisii University fee structure, and another one they have labeled for government-sponsored students. And then if you look down there, there's some other expenses. I understand maybe there are changes. Because initially you will find that the year you are going for an attachment, that's maybe third year. That's the year when you're you are supposed to pay the attachment fees and other things. So I don't know for Kisii University if people are paying these fees at first year. What if someone transfers the course? Maybe after first year, maybe he finds the course is not comfortable for him. Maybe he wants to transfer now. What will such instances mean? And then another thing,
yes,
is about the, when you look at the fee structures critically, I understand maybe because of COVID, people are doing virtual classes. They may end up doing these virtual classes maybe for a full academic year.
yes.
And then there are expenses that are paid annually, library fees, medical fees, and these people are at home. Where is that money going? Maybe if you can answer those ones, I'll be happy.
Okay. Number one, on the first question, don't worry. If you transfer to a course that, for example, does not take attachment, your money will simply be transferred to your next course. And if you do not take attachment in that course, it will factor into your fees. Your money can never get lost if you transfer. Number two,
so
yes.
The question is that attachment fee compulsory to be paid at the beginning, or you can pay it later?
Yes, it is compulsory to be paid at the beginning, because our experience as a university is when it comes to attachment, there are a lot of procedures to be followed, and usually students are late with payment of that fees. So for us to be able to secure insurance for you as you're going to, do every other thing, all those processes have to start to be arranged as early as you enter into the course, so that by the time you're going for your attachment, for you, you're looking at the attachment fees as fees that will assist you go for attachment. But the university is looking at everything that needs to be done to provide you with safe attachment from wherever you are and secure it. And companies these days have a lot of bureaucracies towards keeping people safe, how to engage people, etc. And that is where that money is going from the time you're going in to prepare you for that attachment at that time. So yes, with us, it has to be in the first semester, so that your preparation for your attachment is seamless when it comes to that time. Is that clear enough? I think we lost Abs. I'm gonna go to his second question about utilization of fees. Yes, your fees will be utilized at the end of the academic year. The only other organ that can make a decision about your fees is the university council. And if any decision is made regarding it, trust me, we will immediately communicate, but it will be fully utilized. Let's go to the next person, Boniface. Boniface, I'm gonna ask you to unmute yourself and then you share.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, Boniface.
Okay. As for me, hello.
Yes, Boniface.
Okay, I was requesting, since I was invited for a degree in microbiology.
Yes.
And I would like to transfer myself to a degree in clinical medicine.
Okay.
You have seen that
you're breaking up, but I heard you want to transfer. You're breaking up, but I heard you want to transfer to clinical medicine. That is not possible, Boniface, because clinical medicine is full. It's full.
Okay, how about the diploma?
That is something we can talk about. We can engage on that during orientation, and then we assist you. That is a possibility.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. Welcome. We're going to go to somebody by the name James Mutua. Please unmute yourself and share.
Yeah. Thanks and morning.
Yes, good morning.
My question was about if anyone misses a class, is there a process by if you are recorded and you the one who missed the class can go later and check?
Yes, these are questions for the e-learning director already that you're asking me, but I'm going to answer them anyway. Yes, you see the way I'm recording this session, share with your colleagues who are not with us here today. The same way lecturers record the sessions, and they remain recorded for a whole week during the learning management system. So if you miss a class because maybe it was raining heavily at your place and you could not hear the lecturer, you can just wait until the rain is gone. Then you can come back and replay the video and then watch the lecturer. So if you miss a class, don't worry. Come and log in and watch the video. And if you watch the video, the system will register that you watched the video. And once it registers that you watched the video, that means it will allow you continue to the next thing. So it will not record that you missed that class, you attended to the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
My second question was about logging in the system.
Yes.
The email that you are sending about to reset the password, after you finish, it is not allowing you to log in. Is there any problem about logging in?
Like I said, ignore that message. The message for reset, it's a system message. It's not somebody who is sending that. There are messages that Edgar can send to you or someone else can send. That is a system message. Ignore that message. If you want to set your password, you can reset your password from the login entry. But if you don't want, just ignore that message.
Wow, thanks.
Okay, KK, you can speak.
My request to you is you form another group which has the setting for only admins to comment, because it's very hectic to be scrolling through all those informal communications so that you can find any useful communication from you or from any relevant person. So if you will kindly form another group only for you to be commenting there, yeah, I think it will be really helpful, because you can't mix informal and formal communication. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna give two answers to that. I hear you, my dear. What's your name? What's your name? Okay, she spoke and disappeared. So I hear you completely. What I can say we can do, because we can't form another group. Trust me, the group forming process for you guys is difficult, not easy. It's very difficult. And going through it once the way we've done and successfully place you there, it's not something small. And by the way, just so you know, in the different groups that you are in, there are about 15 WhatsApp groups that all first years are in. And in those 15 WhatsApp groups, if you count the number of students who are there, it's about 3,500 students. That's a lot of people to have in WhatsApp groups. And that is besides other WhatsApp group for other students who are on session. So we cannot do that. We cannot form another group. But what I can say I will do, when it comes, for example, to next week, we have to communicate very important information like registering in the system. What I will make sure I do is I will mute the groups. I will make sure only the admin can comment. And then when I post a message, it will stay there for a whole week. Even if you take 2 days to log into your WhatsApp, you'll find my message there. So in that period, everyone will be silent in the groups until all of us are on board and have finished registering. Then I will open those groups again for you to continue socializing as possible. What I can also advise in the same line is please utilize your university email. Anything I sent in that WhatsApp group, I have already sent in the university email, just so that if anybody misses out in the WhatsApp group, they can find it in the university email. Professor Mariwa, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. I was asking about, I was late, and I want you to explain for me what has been said about the registration online.
Don't worry if you're late. I won't explain it again, but I will tell you that you can rewatch the video from the beginning and you'll be able to see it, so that we save time for other questions. For those who are still, you will be able to follow everything I've said. Don't worry. Lona Chemtai, go ahead. Then Rodrick Wesonga, you're up next. Yes, Lona. Lona, are you with us? Okay, Lona is not with us. Rodrick, you're gonna go up next. If Lona comes back, we'll give her a chance.
Okay, I was asking about the help money when will it land in our portals?
Like I said, if completion of HELB is going to be in December, then HELB money will probably come in January going forward, not in January itself, January going forward. Let's not expect it right now. Let's apply, finish the process, then we wait for HELB to communicate. But we will keep you updated with all the information. Slim K, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Edgar.
Good morning to you too.
Now, I have a general question.
Go ahead.
I'm sure that there are a lot of other students out here who got an admission letter and are willing to join Kisii University, but they don't have any access to these meetings you hold.
Yes.
So how are you going to help such students when everything turns normal and you allow them to join anytime after this pandemic is over?
Okay. If those students join us anytime after this pandemic is over, everything I have done to assist you guys, that is exactly what we will do to assist all of them to be able to join. So if they have missed and they have not been able to do what you guys have done and study, when they come at that time, we will be able to assist them and they will be able to join with the next group that will be coming in, and we will support them. We cannot leave our students like that just because they were at a disadvantage. We will be able to be there for you guys as much as we can. Sawa Slim K. Okay, Ochieng Ken, go ahead.
Good morning.
Unalala bwana, uko malazi?
Hapana.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Swali langu hapo Abdi ilikuwa ya medical fee.
I can't hear you properly. Si uongee na nguvu kidogo.
Hapo Abdi aliuliza swali. Swali kwanza ilikuwa about library.
Text bwana. Who is near dogs? Whoever is near dogs, mute yourself. Text one. Okay, we're gonna go back to Joseph. Joseph, go ahead. Near dogs.
I hope you can hear me clearly.
Okay, we're gonna go back to.
So I hope you can hear me clearly.
Go ahead.
Hello. Okay. I was asking whether some of us are like we are only looking forward for the help money. Of us are like money. So how now? Like for example, we are not able to pay the school fees. So we have to wait for the next admission. For the next admission.
Network.
Hello.
Boru unanisikia? Okay, Kibor is not listening. Galaxy A2 Core. Wait, no, before that, Techno, come on. Go ahead and mute yourself and speak up and ask you to unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
So the registration is starting on 31st, yes?
The registration is starting on 31st August, yes.
And so will it end exactly at the next month, two weeks after?
It will go on for a whole week. I can consult and see if they will the Registrar of Academic Affairs can add one more week. But what I know is it's going to go on for 1 week. Orientation follows 1 week. After that, it's immediately after that is change of courses and beginning of studying.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, Roderick. You are up next. You can go ahead.
Okay, I was asking about the fee. Now that we are not in school, why are we paying the activity money, library money, and will not be accessing those services?
You will be able to access those services. You just don't know how you will access them. So give yourself time in the university and you will see. Don't worry. You're getting ahead of the process. Come in and you'll be able to understand. For now, just be patient and let's get you through the system, my brother. Okay. Yes. Next is Robin Jomo Josephat. Go ahead. Robin Jomo.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Go ahead.
My question was, if during the time we were validating our emails to get that university email, yes, then I used my current email to log into that email. So probably when I was checking in the list of the students, could it have an effect?
I didn't get the last part of your question.
I was talking about if I used my current email to log into the during the time we were validating our email before getting the university email. And then I was given the email of another person, but that email is the same email that is sending my information and other things concerning me, but it's for another person. Does it have any effect?
You seem to be having a very specific
my registration.
You seem to be having a very specific challenge. Could you email me on this so that I can check up your email and see what is the problem? Then I can advise. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. We're going to go to Lorna. Lorna Chemtai.
Yes.
Yes, Lorna, go ahead. Lorna, can you hear me? Lorna? Okay, I'm not sure if Lorna is with us. So we're gonna go next to Neon Ray. Neon Ray Pro, go ahead. Neon Ray Pro. Bruno Kibor Roy, you're back. Let me see if you can be able to connect. Go ahead.
Hello, Edgar.
Yes, Kibor, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Go ahead.
I was asking when the possibility of any time Kenya online classes may start at which time?
September, probably somewhere towards mid-September. I can't give you the exact day, but it's towards mid-September classes will begin.
I mean time of the day.
Oh, time of the day. Okay, sorry. Classes usually in the university, they begin from around 7 and they normally end around 6. Virtually, it will be around pretty much the same. So let's talk of a time frame of 7 to 5 in the evening.
Okay.
Yes. So you can have a class in the morning, maybe another one in the afternoon, or 2 classes in the morning and none in the afternoon, depending on how things are. That's the roundup. Dero, go ahead. And I'm going to take 3 more after those, and then I'm going to ask we close up because I have another meeting in 15 minutes. If you still have a question that you've not asked, please email me on those 2 emails, on any of those 2 emails that I've been able to give you. So Dero, go ahead.
So I was asking if I want to move from Bachelor of Early Childhood Education to Education Art, English Literature. It will be possible. Will it be possible?
That seems possible to me.
So,
you answered? I hope you answered.
Then we are able to change.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible, Dero. I'm going to quickly take Beatrice Wanjiku. Beatrice.
Yes.
Sema nisikie.
I was asking because we are going to report online on 31st.
Yes.
How are we going to submit our admission document?
It will be virtually online. There's a system. We will guide you next week how you will be able to do that. So don't worry for now. Just fill the documents, get them stamped, and be ready for next week when we will be able to give it. I'm going to look for somebody who has not spoken. In John Mwaniki. John Mwaniki is not connected fully and is raising hand. Babu Omondi, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Edgar.
Yes, my brother. Babu. Okay. Babu alikuja na psych na akapotea. Let me go with Silvanos Mutunga. Second last, Silvanos. Yes, Silvanos, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine, sir. My question is concerning my university email.
Yes.
I have a problem in logging the university email. Can you help me, please?
Yes, I can help you. Do this. I can't help you in the video right now, but just send me a message about this in my email and tell me exactly what is your problem, the problem that you have when you're trying to log in. Then I'll be able to assist you do that. Sawa sawa.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take the last question before giving final remarks on this. Let's go with who is the lucky one, who has not spoken. Ondieki Oguye, you're the lucky one. Finish with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope I can be heard.
Yes, we can hear you, Ondieki. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm kind of confused about these forms. How do you access them? What forms actually are you filling? Yeah, maybe you could clarify on that part.
How do you access the forms, or how do you fill the forms? What's the question?
Both. How do I access the forms? What the forms that are required to be filled, and how do I fill them? Thank you.
I understand that you have your admission letter, right? Ondieki, you have your admission letter, right? Where did he disappear to? Okay, I'm assuming he has his admission letter. I'm going to continue speaking. If you have your admission letter, in the admission letter, there is a university email. Log into that university email. It's a Google email, just like any other email. Log into your university email. The password is your index number, stroke 2019. Most of you forget the stroke 2019 part. It's your index number, stroke 2019. Once you log in, the email you will find by now, I think, over 40 email messages from us. Start reading all those emails one by one. Starting from the first one, you will get every document, every update that we have given, even the past recordings of these videos that we've recorded of the meetings that we've had, you will find all of them inside there. So start reading all those emails, watch all those videos, will be updated like nobody else before. So that's that. How to fill the documents, download those documents, print them out, fill where it says you're supposed to fill them, where you're supposed to go to an officer outside, maybe a chief, maybe a DC, maybe a DO, maybe assistant chief, maybe a medical doctor. You take to them, they fill, they sign, they stamp. Then be ready for admission as from next week when we roll out the system. So I'm gonna put a hold on to that because I have to go. Let me just quickly run through the last part of the inbox to see if there's anything interesting that you guys have blessed for me to look at for the questions that you're asking concerning. Concerning the payment of the fee, will we have to pay fee according to the course one was called for, one to change? You pay for what you are called for. If you change, the money is transferred to the next course that you've changed to. Will I kindly repeat my email address? It is posted in the group, in the chat, but I'm going to post it again just before we finish. So bet we will send a timetable. Who is this? Okay. So I bet we will send a timetable. Yes, we will send a timetable for studying. Is a smartphone enough for learning? Yes, it will help you very well. If you have a laptop, it will help you even better. So I will encourage, if you can buy a laptop, please go ahead. If you can't, your smartphone can be able to assist you with the learning. I'm going to finish with James Mutua. He's saying, thanks for your support. May God bless you. God bless Kisii University. James, my brother, God bless you too. We are here to support you. We will do everything we can to be able to bring you on board and be with us in the university. I'm going to finish that there. Before I say the final remarks, somebody asked me to repost my email address. So I'm going to repost it. Or okay. Oh, my dear brothers and sisters who are going to join us very soon, thank you for being with me in this session. Thank you for asking the questions on behalf of your colleagues who could not make it. As you go back to your WhatsApp groups to continue chatting, please. Last time when we were having this Zoom call, I saw a number of you put down what I said and they posted in the group. That was very good of you. Thank you for briefing your colleagues on my behalf. You can do that today too. For those who have not been able to attend, please brief them on what you're talking about. I will also finish this recording and be able to use it to, get them to the WhatsApp groups and the emails so that those who have not been able to attend this meeting be able to follow what we've talked about and be ready for next week. In parting shot, let me say this. It's been a pleasure having you for the last 2 months. And we will continue and we will continue. Very many of us, some of them are not here to be with you right now, but they are doing a lot of things to help you in the background. We will continue helping you the next 4 years, for the next 3 years, for the next 5 years, depending on how many years you will be with us, until you graduate from this university. Right now, our primary responsibility and goal is to make sure that you get assimilated into the system as easily as possible. And that means we are going to be here with you as much as we can. We will talk, we will share, we will be able to be with you. Anytime you feel like things are being pressed, anytime you feel like everything is coming in too much, please reach out. The reason why I gave you my phone number is so that I can be there for you. The reason why you have my email is so that we can be there for you. The reason why you have all those emails we keep giving is so that we can be there for you. So you have a problem, don't suffer alone at home. Please contact us. Send me a text message, send me a WhatsApp message, send me an email. If it is a problem regarding the system, I will read it and I promise you, I will do as much as possible to respond and be able to assist you one way or another. We are here to assist you. We are here to give you the support that you require. You are our students and we value you as a university, fraternity, as a university community. I can speak on behalf of pretty much everybody when I say this. We really, really want you to come on board, be comfortable, take your studies, and go out there and do wonders. On behalf of everybody else who is not here, who is really, really looking forward to see you, you guys be safe, keep following our updates, keep being with us, keep sharing, keep communicating, keep telling us what is going on. attending these meetings when we call them up, so that you can be able to get more information about Kisii, keep orienting yourself, and we shall be here for you. We will be able to guide you, we'll be able to assist you. We love you so much, more possibly than you can even imagine. Please pass your love and our love to your parents, your guardians, to your sisters, to your brothers, your uncles, whoever it is that you are being in their care of. Please pass our love, and we appreciate you. Goodbye for now, until next time. My name is Edgar, and I love you all. Bye-bye.